Land of Dreams.
Take the trip with us
on Radio SI.
Oh, hello.
Luca Bonetto.
Hi there, Korab, right?
Yes, nice
Hi
to
there,
meet you.
nice meeting you. Please come in, please come in.
Thank you. Should I take off my shoes?
No, actually you
What
don't
are the
need to.
house rules?
The house rule is that if you live here, you have to take off your shoes. If you don't live here, then you don't need to. You pass as a guest, so you won't need to. Please come on in. Ma ciao. Hello everybody, I'm Luca Bonetto and I come from Merano in Italy, and I've actually spent the last 18 years living in all sorts of places.
Not only here.
Not only in Slovenia, so there's been UK, Wales, France, Azerbaijan, bits and bobs of Italy here and there, about 2 years of Australia. I'm an aeronautical engineer actually, and I've done pretty much everything except aeronautical engineering in my career.
So how did you end up with a Slovenian? Traveling all the world, you end up with a Slovenian.
Well...
You actually came because of work and then found the lady?
Yes, that's exactly right. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
not the other way around, as it usually is.
Yes, I know. Lots of Slovenian ladies like to drag their partners from around the world in Slovenia. No, it wasn't this way for me.
And apart from engineering, you also like to spend your time in the kitchen?
Yes, I do. And at the dining table. That's two places I really do like to spend my time at.
And you have a nice kitchen here?
Yes, I can show you around in the kitchen.
This is the place.
This is the place where it all happens. I have a fridge like most people.
Okay.
And lots of pots and pans for all sorts of things. Some patisserie equipment.
Ooh, okay, what kind of oil do you have? You have Italian oil?
I do. Last drops of it too.
That means it's good, it's being used.
Yes, it's being used. Lots of Italian, Indian.
And look at this in the corner.
Yes, of course.
Is it Italian?
It's produced by an Italian company, yes.
A coffee machine.
Yes. For cold winter days, I love to fire up the oven and to bake something nice. But on a hot summer day, take the whole family outside, fire up the barbecue.
And make it even hotter.
Yes. I'd say in both countries there is a culture about eating. Maybe it's more developed in the direction of quality in Italy, and a bit too often maybe in Slovenia it's developed in the direction of quantity. It seems it's the restaurants that have the big portions that have the large crowds in them. But it's changing. I see that changing.
What's the story about these Indians that you've had here once as guests? I've heard something about this.
Yes, I was quite fresh in the country myself, and I had an Indian guy who was my roommate back in London, came to visit me. This is a vegetarian we're talking about, and I was finding it very difficult to find lots of good recipes that wouldn't contain any meat. And I convinced him to try tzatziki or zaska, and he loved it. He said it reminded him of something from back in India only.
Did he find out at the end what?
Oh no, he knew it up front. I told him that it was what it was. It's just for some reason it just smelled so good to him,
so
and just
appealing.
looked so appealing that he couldn't refrain. He just had to try it. A good song that ties in with this is Prima di partire per un lungo viaggio. It's a long title for a song, I know. Prima di partire per un lungo viaggio by Irene Grandi, I think.
Prima di partire per un lungo viaggio devi portare con te la voglia di non tornare più, prima di non essere sincera. Pensa che ti tradisci solo tu. Prima di partire per un lungo viaggio, porta con te la voglia di non tornare più, prima di non essere d'accordo, prova ad ascoltare un po' di più, prima di non essere da sola, prova a pensare se stai bene tu, prima di pretendere qualcosa, prova a pensare a quello che dai tu.
You're listening to Land of Dreams, this week with Luca Bonetto, an Italian living in Slovenia.
Non è facile, però è tutto qui. Non è facile, però è tutto qui. Prima di partire per un lungo viaggio.
And the show is called The Land of Dreams.
Yes.
Yes. Is Slovenia anywhere close to being a land of dreams?
It's still got a bit of work to do. It's on track, I suppose. It is still young. And there's young, small country with lots of young people inside it, which are very motivated and very eager to go places. If not physically, then at least metaphorically. To anybody who speaks German and comes to Slovenia and says that they cannot pick up the language, I think that they should just try speaking German but changing the endings of a few words. Right now I'm working in Knapp Insulation in Škofja Loka, and I'm part of the central technical team. When I came, I actually was designing boats for a while. Then I was working in the automotive industry. Yeah, and now I ended up in the insulation industry.
And in how many places have you lived in Slovenia?
In Slovenia, only in Gorinska and now in Štajerska. Okay, so first was Radovljica, then was Bohinjska Bela, then it was in Žirovnica.
And now in Slovenska Bistrica.
Now in Slovenska Bistrica, yes.
Okay. Now you drive every day from Škofja Loka to Slovenska Bistrica?
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, compared to some of the other places I've lived in, the 1 hour and 20 minutes commute is actually not that much. Slovene companies, there's a few that are progressive and that are forward-thinking, but a lot of them really still are employing sons and daughters of the people who've been working there for 25 years, or friends and families, and so on and so forth.
If you're a Slovene, it's difficult.
Of course, yes.
Being a foreigner, then it's...
Yes, well, you start with zero network when you come into the country. If you're a Slovene, you may have already some starting point somewhere. Whereas if you come as a complete outsider, without the support network of acquaintances and friends, well, you're a complete outsider.
What about the future?
What about the future? Well, I can see myself here, yes. Now I've found a place where there's enough sun, not quite as much as I was promised in the beginning, and on the sunny side of the Alps, but lots of friendly people.
Slovenians, though, are they as open as Italians?
No. Having said that, though, there's big difference between regions. And as I said, I've been living for a long time in Gorinska. Now I'm living in Štajerska. I will not put wood on the fire and encourage any debate, but there are differences, and some regions are more open than others.
Tell us. Go on.
No! Over my dead body! Arrivederci, Korab. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you.
Land of Dreams. Take the trip with us every Wednesday at 11:20 a.m. and every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Only
on Radio SI.